Greetings and salutations, my operators, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. What do you call a Celeb Summer Experience. Last time, the whole singularity got scent of the beast that is Air Skull. So we are technically going on like trying to hunt her down, and that's always with FGO singularities. We're on multiple side quests. Right now we are helping with I can't remember her I can't pronounce her name, so Amazons with their food delivery problem, because someone has been attacking their drivers or delivery people, and well, there's a foreigner icon, so I am thinking it involves Mysterious Heroine X. If it doesn't, color me surprised. Because Voyager wouldn't do that. Abby probably wouldn't do that. I don't know too much about Marley. Maybe Marley would. Go definitely wouldn't do that. She's too much of a nervous wreck to do that. Also, she has to count for. She was in the cutscene. Anyways, let's go! Who's strong against foreigners? Other foreigners and Ultra Ego, I think. Do you have an Ultra Ego? Oh, of course I have an Ultra Ego. They're still having weird hang-ups. I don't really understand why. Airskull can handle it. Probably. Our next step is to limit our delivery options to the type that's been targeted before. That is, we allow only 4 orders of that type. I've already updated the system to do just that. There. We just received an order for something called... Did I pronounce it K? Nafe? Yeah, would be Nafe. Like knife. Nafe. Nafe. That's a dessert made with noodle like wheat flour dough. That's then often filled with cream or drizzled with syrup. Next order. Gugaimat. Those are deep fried dough balls soaked in sweet syrup. Oh, I just realized. These are all sweets, aren't they? Correct. Upon reassessing the damages my employees suffered during their attacks, we realized that every order stolen from them consists of something sweet. Unfortunately, because I am unfamiliar with local cuisine, I failed to notice this commonality until now. That's why we're now limiting deliveries to sweets only. We've essentially made ourselves the only service in Dubai dedicated exclusively to delivering sweets. Of course, I can't speak to what other companies may be doing. We have and continue to maintain the top market share in this region, which means we have the highest chance of being attacked during the next delivery, the sweets delivery. I just hope this works. Him? Yep. Oh. Prime sustenance detected. Begin refueling. What the? An unidentified entity wearing mysterious black armor? Anyway, it's about to attack. There you are. I've been waiting for you. Beast or no, this is definitely a threat. I'll handle it. I feel like I've seen this thing before somewhere. Don't be too rough with it. Have we met? Try to go easy on it for now. Can I finish this singularity in 3 days before Ordeal Call 3 comes out? I hope so. We're halfway. We're at the halfway point. Ooh. Double scythe things.
私を見ていてマスター。魂までしびれさせてあげる。こうだと血が騒ぐ。さあ、いらっしゃい。甘口のようですね。白兵戦行きます。今のうちに準備。
Oh, I thought I could gain points for that. Guess not.
時空の中素敵ね。
Buddy.
寝台回帰臨界。行けるところまで行ってみる？宇宙の終わり、その先へ。女神でミストとか最高でしょ。今こそ華麗に美しくスペースブラスター。私にだって地獄はあるわ。超新星より激しいでしょ。
Damn.
行きません。ゴールダメ。ゴールダメ。辛口のようです。正面ではいくらでも。いや、確かにいいですね。
Probably shouldn't have done that, but I imagine it ends after one break.
簡単な問題です。行動のカナリネとかけて焚き火のウサギと解く。その心はただの水ぶってですよ。スージーサクリファイス。すごくいいです。絶対に許さない。祈りは胸に次はフーランデルシーロ。
Yep.
鐘の音が聞こえる。
Robo feet. Robo hips. Oh, X or XX. Ultra X. Ultra X. Is that? Ultra XX? Isn't she already a foreigner though? From the Idol event?
X, what are you doing here? Master, it was X underneath the mysterious black armor.
I thought that might be her. So you're the sweet cease we've been after.
X? That name does sound vaguely familiar. Maybe that's how I was known many long seasons ago, before I donned this quantum armor. She seems dazed. What to do with her now?
Let's give her a moment. I think we should hear her side first.
I suppose that is fair. So tell us then, why have you been attacking people with sweets? I can't remember when it all began, but I remember being sucked into a black hole somewhere deep in space. My quantum armor went into semi-autonomous mode so it could maintain its life support systems, causing me to lose consciousness. From what I can tell, I somehow ended up here, but the armor didn't have enough energy left to reboot. So it must have begun automatically refueling itself with compatible compounds matching its pre-configured molecular formula. C12H22O11. Ah? That's the chemical formula for sucrose, the primary component of sugar.
So, you basically needed these sweets to wake up. Well, to survive, really. Be that as it may. Be that as it may. I can't condone stealing.
Basic sensors coming online, assessing situation. It seems I forgot to account for ethical constraints, or rather, that I never included them on the list of forbidden behaviors. I did not know that the people of this galaxy had created a system capable of delivering sweets from all manners of vendors directly to you at a mere tap of a phone. Honestly, it still sounds too good to be true. So, you're saying your armor was stealing sweets because it was not aware of the existence of VTuberEN? Exactly. Furthermore, I think the fact that most of these sweets were included in my database led to errors in its decision-making subroutines. Nafe, Lukaimat, Mao, Baklava. You could blame them for my armor going berserk. Such sinful sweets. Now, if that is all you have to say for yourself, in much of the same way villains grow stronger and cooler in the final season approaches. Or, as the final season approaches, wow, my brain. They also begin showing more sincere, relatable sides to themselves you didn't know were there. What I'm trying to say is... I'm sorry. Good grief. So you were not in control of your actions. I understand. I have a tendency to lose control myself whenever I see anything that looks like a carrot. Well, you now seem to be connected to the beast, and since the damage caused was fairly limited, I suppose I can chalk this matter up to extenuating circumstances. Yay! I'd hug you to show how grateful I am for your magnanimity. But I'm afraid I'm so low on energy I can't stand up. Darn. Master, you just nodded as though you made up your mind about something. What are you thinking? Hey, CEO, can I start using this account I just made right away? CEO, is it possible to order from a newly made account? Kind of a dumb question, but okay. Of course. Thank you for using VTuberEN. Well then, I'd like to order a bunch of local sweets. I'd like to order a bunch of local sweets for immediate delivery. Does this mean you're... Part of it is to help Axe, sure. But I also want to try them myself. It's not just for Axe. I'm really curious to try them too. So am I. Good point. I've been smelling tasty sweets for a while now. We might not have made much progress on the beast problem, but we did solve the mystery of these attacks. Wanting a little sweets party to celebrate capturing the perpetrator is understandable. It feels a little weird to invite said perpetrator to the party, but if you're okay with it, I guess I am too. Now that my Santa memories have resurfaced, my fists are itching for some action. I can handle the deliveries. Well, we won't just be taking orders from one place, right? I'll do some deliveries too. We all take turns handling deliveries. Trying foods you never tasted before is one of the best parts of a vacation. And of course, it'll taste even better if we all try them together. Now that VTuberEN operations are back to normal, making the first delivery myself will be both symbolic and efficacious. Alright, what would you like to order? Whatever it is, VTuberEN will deliver it fast and fresh with a smile. Here's the Mao. Merry Christmas. That's still a long ways off. Sorry, making a delivery must have brought me back to
to those Clon days I spent as Santa Claus.
Mao is a type of cookie frequently made with nuts and jam. What a nice simple sweet. I love it. Fast charging energy reserves.
Yes, these have a very subtle taste to them. I only wish there were a lot more to go around.
May I have your order number, please? Got it. Here you go. Be careful of those.
Thanks. Okay, pickup complete. Now I just have to take the canal boat back to the venue for the party. What are you doing here?
You're a very hard worker, aren't you? Well, you used to be. I can see why you weren't just another outlaw. As a manager in the party industry, you clearly have some keen analytical powers. You act confident and self-assured, but deep down, you believe in rules and discipline. Efficiency might be a better word. Blackbeard is the epitome of a vile pirate. Francis Drake is a foolhardy merchant. And you, I'd say you're something of a disciplined soldier.
Why, thank you. That's very kind. Though I'd rather you express your praise with actions as opposed to mere words. For example, if you were to start growing your hair out now that you got used to hiding your eyes, then when you were older, if you committed to considering no other hairstyle, so the whole world would fill up with women hiding their eyes everywhere.
So creepy. Sorry, but I already have your reward right here.
What's this?
Your reward stamp. Word of advice, try keeping the creepy stuff to a minimum for a change. I'm sure it isn't easy trying to keep up that cheerful facade all the time.
Ouch. As if I wasn't already painfully aware of that. Anyway, I wonder what the stamp is about. At least it doesn't seem to be anything bad. And, well, I know what she said, but it's possible she's just shy. Maybe the stamp even serves to admit one into a secret hidden island. That'd be something to look forward to.
Phew, I'm stuffed. Right. Sweets here are clearly nothing to scoff at. It's pretty easy to go overboard when you're trying sweets you never heard of. Pardon the interruption. Oh, hi X. How are you feeling now? Much better. Thank you. My energy has been completely replenished and I've resumed normal operations. I know you weren't responsible for my armor going berserk, but even so... You wouldn't have been in the wrong if you reported me to the Galactic Police. But instead, you're throwing me a sweets party. Talk about Botamochi from space. I suppose every antimatter melon has its day.
Certain verse idioms.
Villain or not, I won't forget the sugary debt I owe you.
Oh, hey Caleb! How you doing?
And I know just apologizing isn't enough to clear my record out. Is there anything I can do to repay you? That is a commendable attitude. I could take you on as one of our couriers. But in this case, I think these first-class part-timers here take precedence, since they contribute so much to solving this incident. I expect they will continue to poke their noses into dangerous situations, so if you wish to repay me, I'd like to hire you as their security detail. How's that sound? I have no objections. Besides, I can't guarantee I won't make the same mistake if I run out of energy while making deliveries.
I don't really need any more bodyguards at this point, but... Well, we could use all the help we can get. Okay, glad to have you on board.
Contract sealed. Oops. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how reassuring it is to have a former final season villain join your side. Though I will have to be careful not to foreshadow any death. I'm nothing if not grateful to you all. Thank you. Once again, excellent work, both in solving this case and in helping with our deliveries. Remember, Universe East represents a new era of employment opportunities, where anyone can come and work as they please, as they like.
Oh wow. Lucky you had an optical drive. I'm surprised. So it was like an actual fake flash drive that wasn't the proper size.
So you are welcome to return to us at any time. Whenever you wish to use your muscles to bring joy and food to others, we will be waiting for you. I'm glad we could get a room on such a. I'm glad we could get you a room on such a short notice. Here's your key, X. Thank you. Man, I'm beat. I can't wait to get back to my room.
That elevator looks pretty full. We'll take the next one. Yeah. Yeah. That's a scam. Yeah. Yeah, the old false firmware USB. I'll go up with Air Skull next.
Oh right, this seems like a good opportunity to check something. You're looking for a beast, right? Yes, that's right. Assuming there even is one anyway. Very well. By the way, this is my villain radar. It has a middling success rate at detecting villains once they reach a certain level of villainy.
So, what does it mean when it's flashing red like that?
Good question. It seems to indicate that right on top of us, there's a massively... oh man. I know! It probably is going off because I'm a goddess of the underworld. I know everyone tends to forget a lot of time, but I'm actually the personification of evil and chaos. Maybe I should work on my evil laugh to help people remember. No, wait. That makes me sound more like a goddess of justice than the underworld, doesn't it? Drat. Now what am I supposed to do? Fine. As a favor from one villain to another, I will keep quiet about what exactly this pain means. However, I recommend you update your deception protocols. You clearly haven't done anything to counteract the unique elements you're exuding. And the radar can't help but pick up on those at this close range.
Unique elements? Like what?
She smells like the servant verse.
What? Oh, good, we're on the floor. I really can't continue avoiding this. I wish the Servantverse was like its own brand, so they could actually collab with stuff. Servantverse is so fun. Oh, hello. Looks like we all have the same idea. I suspect so. Who, me? I'm just curious, that's all.
You can say the same of me. Alright, here goes.
Yes?
I'm sorry to disturb you. We know it's ungentlemanly to visit a young lady's room so late at night, but there's something we need to discuss. Would you mind if we came in?
It's fine. Everyone else is already here.
I see. So y'all noticed too.
Well, yeah, it's hard not to, as much time as we've spent together. And I don't just mean today, either. Hell, I bet Mash has spent more time with him than the rest of us combined. I suppose I have. In any case, it's clear Master hasn't been his usual self.
Alright, let me share my observations so that we're all on the same page. I think Erishko has become a beast. What's more, Master, and I suspect Passionlip, are aware and have been trying to hide it from us. Does that about cover it all for you too?
Man.
Okay, that's everything we all know. Now, I think we need to discuss our next move.
Eagerly raises her hand.
Go ahead. What I'm about to say is a choice I've made personally, not one I'm trying to impose on any of you. Having said that, I know what stance I'd like to take, and I'd like to share it now, if that's okay. I'm thinking of continuing to let Sleeping Dog's, beast lie. Oh? How come? If Master knows Erishko is the beast now, and he's chosen not to tell us, then I'm sure it's because he felt doing so wouldn't help anything. Actually, I believe he thinks telling us could do more harm than good. I'm sure if they thought telling us would improve things, or give them a hint as to how it happened, then neither Master nor Erishko would have hesitated to bring this to our attention. That's just the kind of naturally good-hearted people they are. Of that, I'm absolutely certain. Controversially, that they haven't told us probably means they're sure there's nothing to be done about it. So I don't know how this happened. And don't see a path to fixing it either.
I expect that's right. I too am certain Master wouldn't hesitate to come to us if he thought we could help.
However, now that we've figured it out on our own, we need to consider what we're going to do about this. Yeah, we at least need to make sure things don't get out of control or go anywhere truly dangerous. So I want to do whatever we can to prevent anything like that from happening.
Of course, as Master's servants and servants of Kalia, that's exactly what we should be doing. But even so, I think we should continue to pretend not to know, so Master and Erishko don't think anything has changed. Why is that? It's why I said earlier about telling us potentially doing more harm than good. When I try to see this from Master's perspective, I think I see the same pitfalls he does. Let's say we went to Master and Erishko and told them we know the truth. Consider how that would likely play out. Master would almost certainly start devoting all his time and effort to resolving the situation, even if he still has no idea how or why this happened, and can't yet see any possible solution. I also think there's a good chance of Erishko beginning to act differently. She might even decide the best course of action is to leave us. So while it may be somewhat crass to put it this way, telling them would almost certainly bring our summer vacation to an abrupt end. Oh, yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? We never explicitly talked about it, but I'm sure everyone here knows how much Telemakatsuke needs this break.
Well, yeah, he's been through a hell of a lot lately. Of course, I want him to relax and recuperate as much as he possibly can.
Master has always been particularly responsible. Arguably, too much so for his own good. If he had to choose between vacation and duty, he would never hesitate to choose the latter.
Right. Just look at what's happening right now. The only reason Master agreed to spend summer vacation here in Dubai was out of consideration for us. I'm sure he's only thinking about making sure the rest of us enjoy ourselves. So, if we were to reject that, it would effectively mean the end of the summer vacation. And he would go right back to his duties as the Master of Kaldia, regardless of what he might want. So you're saying, if we want him to continue enjoying this vacation, we have to continue enjoying it as well. And that's why we shouldn't let him find out that we know about Erishko, right? Right. I'd like to at least keep that pretense going for as long as we can. Ideally, we enjoy our summer vacation to our fullest. Master gets so caught up in the fun and excitement that he forgets all about the situation. And we find a way to solve this ourselves without him ever finding out. I understand this could be seen as lying to him, or even outright betraying his trust, but... Don't worry about that. Our relationship is actually kind of unhealthy if you can never lie to each other for any reason. Take me and lay you. I've totally lied to her before. Like, whenever she asks me if she's drunk after she's blown herself up, I always tell her she's as tall as ever. Because the important thing is that she's just as beautiful even if she's tiny.
Alright. I'm willing to play along. Though, of course, should something happen, my duty as a servant of Kaldia compels me to do everything in my power to resolve it by Master's side.
Thank you, Percival. If the situation takes a turn for the worse, and things really do become dangerous, I'm certain Master will do his best to fix it. So until and unless that happens, we should be fine continuing as we have been.
Understood. In that case, what exactly should we do from tomorrow onward?
I imagine we'll just keep sightseeing while gathering information. So I don't think much is actually gonna change.
I agree. We probably don't need to worry too much about it. It's still not clear why or how Erishko became a beast. But we do know someone who should know something about it. As the de facto ruler of the city, there's no way she wouldn't be aware of the beast alert currently in effect.
You mean BB, yes? That's a good point. Regardless of her current position, we should still find a way to talk to her about this. Unfortunately, there's no way to guarantee that we can meet with her just by visiting the Fountain Plaza. There's only one surefire way we can get in touch with her.
Her joy mission, huh?
Right. I'm sure Master is aware of that as well, which is another reason he's continuing as though nothing's happened. Gotcha. Then it looks like that's our best option too.
Alright. I think that covers everything now.
If possible, I'd like for all of us to meet up like this again tomorrow. That way we can share what we've learned and keep each other abreast on any new developments. Alright everyone, to sum up, we now have 3 primary objectives. Find out why Erishko turned into a beast, continue feigning ignorance around her and Master, and successfully complete our Dubai Sightseeing Joy mission. I believe the second one in particular will require the ability to improvise and think on your feet. And I will do everything I can to support all of you. Have a good night everyone, and good luck tomorrow.
An archer fight. Section 8. Desert Dubai. Bay.
Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be touring the desert in Dubai's southern district. In stark contrast to the futuristic cityscape you've seen so far, the desert is a veritable explosion of Dubai's wild nature and panoramic beauty. Or so they say.
Just checking. But what's going on with the beast alert? Is it still in effect throughout the city?
I don't know. I'll go ask at the front desk. It looks like the answer is yes. There's been no change with the alert. But, I get the feeling we don't need to worry about it too much. That doesn't have anything to do with us?
It wouldn't be right for calling the servant to agree with her here. No, I don't think that's a chance we can afford to take. We should at least be vigilant for any sign of it.
Hey, what do we do now? Not sure what she was talking about, but it still kind of concerns me. Maybe we should take some time to figure out how we handle things today.
I think we'll just have to keep doing what we've been doing. Gather information and make the most of our vacation.
Does she think that's a little too devil may care?
There's no sign of the beast causing any harm so far, and I bet it'll stay that way. Let's just say I have a hunch the beast isn't going to cause us any trouble. Since the beast was in the city, maybe we'll find it in the desert. So I say we continue with the itinerary as planned.
Alright. If you insist. I swear.
I guess Master is hoping to find whatever information he can too. In that case... Apologies, but could you give me 5 minutes? I think I left something behind in the restaurant. Please, go ahead. I'll meet you aboard the bus.
Oh, okay. No problem. Your hotel's actually quite close to the desert, so it won't be a long trip. Oh, so this is a bus. It uses an internal combustion engine to turn its wheels and propel it along the ground. No rockets, no subspace navigation. How strangely quaint. How come there's so much empty space out here? There's still a great deal of ongoing development in Dubai, so I guess it is related to that. So it still has a lot of room to grow, does it? How useful. Not to say I no longer have the potential for growth myself. What do you think, Telemaka Kazuke? What kind of buildings would you like to add to me? Please, don't be shy. As long as you don't violate any zoning codes, I'll do my best to accommodate your requests. In fact, zoning codes differ from country to country, so depending on how you interpret them...
Now that's a desert. You're right. It was close to our hotel.
Okay, this is the part you've all been waiting for. From here, we'll be taking a buggy out on a desert safari. We'll be delving deep into the heart of the desert as we race up and down the sand dunes. Now, there should be a driver coming along to pick us up. Oh, maybe that's them now?
Vargas.
There you are. Is everyone present and accounted for? It looks like there's one more of you than I was expecting. Not a problem. I've got plenty of space.
UDK! Captain!
You're going to be our driver, Marcus? I am. I believe you know that I devote the majority of my time and energy these days to forest preservation. And I trust you also know that there are various projects underway to turn deserts green. Which means this desert could one day become a forest. All this is to say that my duty is to keep the peace, not only in forests, but in deserts like this as well. Be warned that I will not tolerate any form of littering. Plastic in particular, is notorious for not being biodegradable. Talk about dependable. Alright, get in. I'm going to treat you all to an exciting, pulse-pounding desert drive on our way to your destination and its beautiful scenery. Be warned, I won't be taking it easy on you, probably because the income I earn from this goes directly towards conservation efforts. And partly because I want you to experience what it's like to ride the desert waves. Most people would never get the chance. That said, I advise anyone prone to motion sickness take the middle seats. I've never ridden a roller coaster, but I understand this ride may produce similar sensations. Really? Damn, I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Hold on tight. I'm going to kick it up another notch. Yeah! It really feels like you're falling! These sand dunes are way taller than they look. These merciless G-forces are assaulting my entire body. It reminds me of the time I had to make a desperate getaway from the Galactic Police by weaving through a space debris graveyard.
I've never experienced turbulence on the ground before. What a great way to train your balance and core strength. This takes me back to all those storms I weathered out on the open sea.
Hey, how sure are we that this is meant to be fun and not some kind of torture? That was my understanding, but now I'm not so sure. Wait, Erishka, your hat is showing your...
Hurley, holding her hat to her head.
It's not safe to let go of the pole. Here, I'll keep you anchored in place. Oh, but please be careful not to fall in my cleavage. It's really dangerous in there. I appreciate the help, but could you try to give me a little more breathing room, please? That looks rough. A bunch of levels.
That's what that was.
名前を覚える優しさもないの。せーの。全力を出しましょう。さあ、いらっしゃい。甘口のようですね。辛口のようですね。
Erishka does neutral. But I think CL might be able to one-shot it.
容赦はしません。今のうちに準備。白兵戦行きます。出るぜ。やつ多少手荒くとも。
Risking the 50s.
覚えやすく。簡単な問題です。行動のカナリアがかける焚き火のウサギと解く。その心はただの水ぶってです。スムージーサクリファイス。やれいし誰だっても絶対に許さない。悪には無知。罪に 追試の必要はありませんね。
Oh, they're going.
We're here. Nice job. Hang in there, everyone. Now go on. Drink in 360 degrees of panoramic beauty.
I'm still a little dizzy, but that's the desert.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys right in the middle of the desert.
I know we've been to deserts before, but this one feels different. It somehow seems safe. Maybe because it's so close to a modern city like Dubai. This is nice. Great breeze, not too hot, not too cold. This is exactly what my inner ear needed after the trip here nearly killed me. What a wonderful place. The beauty of the desert, the beauty of the sun, and the breathtaking grandeur of nature are all at their peak here. Right you are. In that sense, the desert, which may one day become a force, is already like any other force. Thank you for saying that, Mash. That sentiment really helps me see the value in what I do. Not to mention there aren't any of the High Queen's detestable caterpillar. Strange. It almost feels like there's some enormous one lurking here somewhere. Huh? Excuse me, I need to take this call. It's me. You've pinpointed its location? Understood. Thank you. What was that about? I suppose there's no point in hiding this. We've received reports of some sort of creature in the deserts, skulking about, corrupting and ruining heroes. It seems we've got a fix on its position, so I'm going to bring it in. Did you say a being that corrupts heroes?
So it could, say, turn a good goddess evil? So it could ruin good goddesses and make them into walking calamities?
That's an oddly specific but purely hypothetical example, but I suppose it could technically be possible.
Then we'll have to go check it out too. Then you have to let us help you catch it.
Frankly, I would be grateful for the help, Master, but are you sure you want to do this? We're sure. We may be here on vacation, but we've also been looking for potential leads on the beast alert going around the city. A beast, huh? People have been talking about that, yes. Even I've caught its scent, though only faintly. Oddly enough, that scent seems to get both stronger and weaker today. That's probably because I'm here now, and because I adjusted my disguise spell the way XX advised yesterday. And then again, that scent could also belong to some other being that has nothing to do with me, right?
Of course we'll help. If this creature is a threat, then it's our duty to stop it.
If that's what you want to do, Bear Draco, I guess it's fine with me. Great. Then let's get back to the car and go bring the thing to justice.
Wait, another foreigner. An assassin. Wait, the coin Skyas? The coin Chihuahuas? No way, it can't be right. They wouldn't be doing something shady out here in the middle of nowhere, right? I thought they were chill now.
My contact tells me our target has been operating out of this cave. Yeah, this seems like the kind of place a villain might be doing some plotting.
Hmm.
Oh, Orlay.
Coco, goodness. Nobody told me to expect guests. Welcome to my humble abode, everyone.
Jacques de Molay. Talk about a scheming villain.
Oh my, why are you looking at me like that, master? It feels like you suspect me of being responsible for every problem here. How terrifying. No way. Are you? Black Goat, the Devil Summoner, Grand Master of the Ninth Temple of Nor, who's planning to conquer the galaxy? What? No. What are you even talking about? Also, Black and Nor mean the same thing. Now that I look closer, it seems you aren't. That's relief. I may be a villain, but even I kind of hate the idea of an interstellar black mass. What is it you're doing here? Well, I have lots of things I want to do, so I guess I'm picking one that seemed feasible and tackling it exactly how I want. So that doesn't mean I'm doing just whatever I feel like. Elaborate. For example, are you using evil powers to transform heroes' basic natures? Oh mama, those garden eyes of yours are so serious. Why ever would you be asking? This isn't a game. Answer me now. Aw, you're no fun. So you're asking if I'm up to my usual tricks? Namely, whether I've been conducting bizarre and obscene rituals to summon horrifying demons? If so, the answer is no. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was trying to do just that, but for some reason, I just couldn't get it to work here. It was kind of like the demons I tried to summon weren't home or something. Still, not sure what that's just about.
Maybe because this is the future?
Maybe. At any rate, I definitely haven't been summoning any demons. And as for corrupting heroes, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well then, are you here? I need another load. That last one wasn't nearly enough. I got a little carried away at the club again last night. I'm a generous sort, so I decided to buy everyone else a couple of rounds. This Dubai place is a lot of fun, but it sure ain't cheap. Huh?
Mad.
You may not have been summoning any demons, but it seems you may have been up to other nonsense.
Looks like a good old-fashioned loan shark to me.
I see. So, this is what those reports about corrupting heroes were referring to.
Why is it? Why is everyone looking at me like that? What'd I do? Is it so wrong to borrow money so I can go out to eat and drink?
This isn't what I was expecting, but it sure makes a lot of sense. Well, this explains it. This explains a lot.
This isn't at all what I was hoping to learn here. Nonetheless, our objective remains the same. The last thing this desert needs is an illegal money lending operation. You're under arrest. I'm bringing you in for questioning. What? Come on, what's the harm? I just wanted to learn a little side business this summer. Oh well, I figured that wouldn't be enough to get you to let this slide. Okay, time to turn the lemons of this client's terrible timing into lemonade. See, if I get arrested here, you can kiss any future loans goodbye. That may well be the least of your concerns. So, if you want to keep living the good life now's the time to fight for it.
Fine. I don't want to give up my swanky Dubai lifestyle if I don't have to. But you're gonna owe me extra.
How the hell how loans work? You owe her a lot. What's she getting out of this?
オリバー。
なんなら二刀流でも見せちゃろか。
せーの。いい気持ちが騒ぐ。メモリを少し当ててあげる。正面からいくらでも。戦いですか。水のうちに準備だ。白兵戦行きます。時空の分かり了解です。
Yeah, look.
信頼回帰臨界。行けるところまで行ってみる。宇宙の終わりその先へ。女神のリストとか最強でしょ。今こそ華麗にこの勢いならしかるに自由に大胆に。今女神はスペースなんだわ。
ち
コンピュータ
なんなら二刀流でも見せちゃろか。
ー悔い改めて。
お前には恨みはないが
Crap.
これも仕事じゃき。てんちゃー。
まだまだ悔い改めて。すいません。わか了解です。信頼回帰臨界。行けるところまで行ってみる。宇宙の終わりその先へ。女神のリストとか最高でしょ。
ち
では私の教室でレクチャーですね。倒した相手にも適用されるのかそれ。
Got you. I'm mad. I had the feeling you might be outnumbered.
Oh, my carefree Dubai lifestyle.
Just to make sure, do you happen to know anything about the supposed beast that's got all Dubai in a tizzy? If I did, I would have done a little better job here. Better job taking advantage of it, obviously. I see. Please don't feel discouraged, Aerisco. Even if we've only eliminated one possibility, that's still progress. Oh, I mean, of course we're all discouraged at having come all the way out of the desert only for our lady to be a red herring. Right. I mean, it was pretty out of our way, wasn't it? That was too close. I was so obvious in my disappointment that I won't let them find out. All that aside, I'm surprised you managed to find my hideout so quickly. I thought I made sure I was flying under the radar with my little operation. I wasn't the only one looking for you. My contact gave me the intel that led us to you. Huh? It just goes to show that I'm not the only one who wishes to keep the desert safe. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Ah, so you are the one running the illegal money laundering operation near my camp. I came as quickly as I could, but it seems you've already taken care of things here. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for handling this so quickly. I would be a poor queen indeed if I were to let you leave unrewarded after you did such a fine job bringing this loan shark to justice. Allow me to invite you all to my camp. If nothing else, we can all have a lovely tea time together. I have plenty of days to go around.
Let's go up with the good old mill scene. Yeah, because I have no idea how these stupid chores and quests are gonna go. Really just kind of want to get through them as fast as possible. Since they are nothing burgers.
まだまだ未熟者ですが頑張ります。
On to Zoe.
何者はそこまでよ。いいよ、ゆっくりして。戦いできた。白兵戦行きます。戦いできた。右のうちに準備。白兵戦行きます。キャビンで待っ仰せのままに負けないぞ。いい空ね、文句なし。シューター、例の合図はメリコ完璧。全部と解決。クレイゴ
ー 10% off from Berserkers. Wait. Fair Killing Zone. Switch to Oberon and get the MP, and then pop Castorius last skill.
さて、ここからだ。
今のうちに準備。広くやった。負けないぞ。フライトラインクリア。レディーラウンチゴー。オンディーヌ出る。冷戦発射。キャレットフローク。水を描け。フライトアルビオン。
Comic Zone. Don't need to use Oberon, that's good, that's
キャビン
good.
で待っていて。もちろん。見えた。フェアリーコントロール。すぐに帰るよ。グッドハンティングフェアリー。君たちのこの名はメリット。ラッピー水の乙女。ショーダウンアロンダイト。
Alright, last wave is... Okay, this is easy break bar, I can just... not have any buffs. We have a chain, but
おね仰せのままにフライトラインクリアレディーラウンチゴーオンディーヌ出る ASM 発射テレットフローク道を描けフライトアルビオン本当に使えない接近打ちつけテレット仕上げる
we get the 5th MP. Or not. Damn it.
そうでなくちゃ何の記録更新やったそれはいつか来る兆しの星誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょうアラウンドスカイバーン見えたフェアリーコントロールすぐに帰るよグッドハンティングフェアリー君たちもこの名はメディシンラッピー水の乙女超ダウンワーロンナイト
Hey,
僕だ
Ornex.
ってやればできるさ。
How you doing?
椅子に座ってるだけが王様じゃないとも。
We're talking about the dragon. That probably was Melusine in her summer outfit. Right. Onward, Section 9. Desert Dubai, Part 2. Queen and Camel.
You see, there are plenty of dates for everyone. Go on, don't be shy.
Man, that's a lot of dates.
Dates are a staple here, just as they are in my homeland. They're made by drying out date palm fruit. Of course, there may be no need to tell you about them, since I'm sure you've all had them many times before.
Heck yeah! So many people don't know what NetNavi is.
My point is, merely that you are free to eat as many as you like. I'm quite fond of them too.
I wouldn't mind playing Mega Man 7 X7 again if it was faster. It just feels so gosh darn slow. Like a 50% movement speed would make it more tolerable. I wouldn't say it's better, but tolerable.
Delicious. Agreed. This simple sweetness and texture reminds me of dried persimmons. I could eat these all day.
Oh yeah, Flame Heat next. Not Flame Heat next. That's the other one. The Flame Hyena one, yeah. Burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. That really was the only outrageous one. It's too bad Bargus couldn't come with us. Hynix? Was it Hynix? Flame Hynix? I don't have strong memories of Snap Anteater other than being like awkward as hell.
Indeed. I suppose it just goes to show how seriously she takes her daily exercise routine.
Dubai Sports Gym. Desert Region Branch. Yeah, that's what I mean by awkward as hell. That stage. It was interesting, but man, that's bad. It was bad. Interesting idea, not a great idea. Hup, hup. That's it. You're doing great. But I think it's time for a break. Your muscles should be feeling the burn pretty well by now.
I can't stop here.
My summer duty is the protection and preservation of nature. I must remain in top physical form. You really do take this seriously, huh? Seems I shouldn't be using the usual metric for someone like you. Alright, time for the hard course. Let's find out where your limits really are. Give me another set.
Absolutely. You know, you have the makings of an excellent master. Such unwavering commitment to her principles. She is a true guardian of nature in the desert, in every sense of the word. She can be a little too earnest at times, but I would still love to have someone like her as a general in my army.
So, what happened with Molay after that?
Don't worry. We were more than fair. Once we've collected her fines, we'll arrange a legally binding contract with her and have her run a bank for us. The only problem was that her money-lending operation wasn't legally authorized. As long as everything is above board, there should be no issue. There's no denying how high the cost of living here is here. And when customers are trying to decide what to buy, well... the more choices, the better, right? She was happy to agree, said Beat just sitting around a jail cell, twiddling her thumbs. I can't believe you're being magnanimous or devious. I can't tell if you're being magnanimous or devious. The desert feels a little different from my homeland, but it is still a fine desert indeed. So, as a queen, it is incumbent upon me to enjoy this desert and ensure it remains peaceful. And economic stability is a critical component of peace. That is why I have brought Queen of Sheba in to serve as my financial minister. She has been a great help in that department.
Alright, have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Always nice to talk to another Mega Man fan.
Well, I do know a thing or two about making money in the desert. What do I know about the rumored beast? I have been vigilant. However, I have not noticed anything strange thus far. If we did have to contend with a beast, we would not have had time to concern ourselves with a loan shark.
Oh, thanks for the follow too.
I see.
Then I guess there are no problems out here in the desert, huh?
I don't know if I would say that.
Why? Is there a problem?
Not exactly. It's more of a request I have for you, though I confess, one I am embarrassed to make. Good point. If anyone's up to the task, it'll be Master and his crew. Indeed, you see, we have been holding camel races to help drum up the business. camel races. Right. I remember now. In the Middle East, they tend to race camels instead of horses.
That's right.
That's right. I read about them as well. They're quite popular here.
No kidding. We don't take bets, but we do offer prize money, and of course, the jockey's honor is on the line too. They are very engaging to watch. At any rate, we have received word that some jockeys will be unable to participate in the next race. The reasons are understandable: a sudden illness, a camel injury, things of that sort. Whatever the reason, we now need to fill... How many slots are we missing now? 3, I believe. Right. We need to fill 3 slots. I'm hoping you might be willing to do so yourselves. You are all well known around here, and having skilled competitors in the race will make things more fun for the spectators. I know this is quite a lot to ask, and so suddenly to boot. So I certainly will not demand you claim first place. Though of course, if you do manage to place high, you will be awarded accordingly with prize money.
I see.
That does sound like a great way to have fun in the desert, as much for riders as for spectators. Speaking for myself, I prefer oceans of water to seas of sand. I will enjoy this from the stands. Sounds fun, but I don't have a camel. I don't suppose I could ride my own steed, could I? Oh, sure, that would be perfectly fine. My camel race is special, you see. Anyone who has a horse or mount of their own is free to use it. Then I use illusions and perception blockers spells to make them seem like they're riding camels. So anything goes then. In that case, could I compete with my city mechanism? A whole city is probably pushing it. A car? Sure. But I can't really allow something to enter the race if it's too big to even qualify as a vehicle. Damn. Well, I suppose a city my size could cross this desert in a single step. So it wouldn't be much of a race. Hold on. If we can use any kind of regular sized vehicle we like, wouldn't anyone driving, say, a car or a rocket ship have a huge advantage over anyone riding an actual camel? Don't worry, I've got that covered. Whenever I cast the illusion to make your ride look like a camel, I also apply a modifier that converts it to camel speeds. I guess when you think about it, it's more of a curse, really. At any rate, the modifier ensures that every racer moves at the velocity their vehicle would have if it was a camel. Which means that everyone gets to enjoy a fair, pulse-pounding, super darling camel race. All that said, I'd really rather racers compete with a camel whenever possible. That's great. Then my steed and I can race after all. We're gonna go so fast. Come to think of it, don't you have a camel of your own now, Shufu? Who, me? I guess it did spawn when I guess one did spawn when I got the swimsuit spirit origin. No idea why though. Really? That's perfect. Then you simply have to compete. I always love me darling new camels. Starry-eyed. Damn, talk about pushing. If I had to choose, I'm actually more of a sailor than a jockey, you know? Alright, if Nikitich and Sufu are going to compete, that just leaves one more slot.
Why don't you take it, Mash? You should have no trouble thanks to Sir Galhan's riding skill.
I suppose, but isn't that also true for you, Percival?
Well, yes. But on the matter of enjoying count races, the jury is still out on as to whether it is better to spectate or participate. Besides, if you do it, you and Master could team up and race together. And since this is more of a festival event where it doesn't matter who wins, then arguably the best way to enjoy it is to take part in it. I'm sure you'll have much more fun if you do so with Master than by yourself.
You can absolutely ride in tandem if you like. Camels carry 2 people at once all the time. I was thinking it'd be nice to try riding a camel. You too, Master? I didn't expect you to be so interested. Still, I'm afraid we don't have a camel ourselves, or even anything we could use in place of one. Oh, if that's all, you can just rent one from my special flock. I have plenty to go around. Well, letting Master have a truly relaxing vacation is one of our main objectives, so I guess... Alright, I'll do it. I'll compete in the camel race along with Master. So you are going to be one of my opponents. Now I'm really excited. Damn it. Why'd I have to get stuck with some random ass camel in the Spirit Origin? Oh well, if you two are competing too, then I won't have to worry about trying to win. I don't care about races, so if you only need me to fill a spot, I'll just plod along at my own pace trying not to get injured. Besides, if I'm going to be riding my camel anyway, there are other things I'd like to do while I'm at it. Wonderful. Then I'll show you to the starting line. We'll begin the race once all the jockeys are ready. So I suggest you take this time now to... a moment. Are you three planning to race dressed as you are? Yes? Why? Is that a problem?
I mean, Jifu's pretty normal.
I suppose it's not my place to say anything, but you should know that around here, people can be criminally punished for unchaste behavior. So I advise you to pay close attention to your appearance and be careful not to dress inappropriately.
Staring wordlessly at the pot, calling the kettle black.
Yes? Was it?
Alright, folks, this is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. I'm Miss Jaguar Mura, your resident famously beautiful jungle idol who, for some reason, prefers doing play-by-play at the table. And with me to provide color commentary is the race's own executive producer, Shibanyan.
Thanks for having me. I'm mainly here so I can watch my adorable camels giving their all from the best seat in the desert. So don't expect much from me.
Master Shibanyan for you. I wish I could finagle a job where I get paid whether I work or not. Anyway, please give us the rules.
Of course. They're very simple. Every racer must start the race on their camel. And whoever first crosses the finish line after passing through all the checkpoints is the winner. Racers may not attack each other to race their camels. They may, however, attack each other. So please feel free to enjoy a bit of battling while you race, but keep it within reason.
Oh, baby! And that's the kind of talk that gets this Jaguar Warrior blood's pumping. And now let's introduce the racers. Here they come! Contestant number 1 is, who else? Queen Zenobia!
I never said I wouldn't compete myself. I'm quite a talented rider of horses and camels. Do not hold back. Give me only your best.
Contestant number 2 is none other than our very own Master Mashkiralite.
Thank you. I'll do my best. Master, I know you're already riding the camel, so you can get used to it as quickly as possible. But could you maybe try waving it to spectators, Olo?
I actually don't think I can right now. Nope, sorry. I didn't realize camels were so big. You could also use the thing that makes the big barwoo sound. I like that. I kind of like to hear it myself.
If you mean the war conch, I'm afraid I don't have it with me right now. Maybe next time.
Fooey. Oh, by the by,
our introductions are starting with the more normal contestants first, so keep that in mind. Contestant number 3, Shifu, the terrifying summer fearmancer. Hi, I'm just here to fill an empty spot in the lineup. If any of you are thinking of placing bets on me, I strongly encourage you to reconsider. Not to worry, here gambling is a criminal offense. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna do whatever, so there you go.
The hell?
And next up, contestant number 4, registered to some random camo owner, is Robot Jockey. Robot Jockey? Oh, I read about these when I was studying. So they really are using one. Wow.
Makes sense. Larger jockeys have a significant advantage.
Huh. Reminds me of Servant vs. Surrealism. Our next contestants are all using camel substitutes. First up, contestant number 5, the assassin from the north. Even now, I still can't tell if she's a fellow cat or not. The Bronya Nikitich. I'm gonna have so much fun. Remember, I use my spell to change your mount's appearance and restrict its capabilities. So don't expect your camo to take to the skies in this race. These next two I'm going to introduce together, since they seem to be rivals. Contestant number 6, Madame Carmilla. Contestant number 7, Takeda Harunobu. I only agreed to participate in this race because I was told I could show off my machine's true capabilities. I don't know if I'll get used to driving across the desert on something that looks like a scarlet camel.
And I thought we were here to prove which red sports car is the fastest. See my Kurokumo transform into a camel guide me. Still, appearances aside, my faithful horse turned camel isn't about to lose. You'll be eating Takeda camel dust soon enough.
Confident, aren't you, little boy? Do hold tight to that confidence, or this phantom thief will steal it, and your honor from right under your nose.
Oh, you got guts challenging Takeda. I look forward to seeing what you're made of, phantom thief.
Remember, even cars are restricted to camo equivalent speeds, so you're going to have a fair competition with all the other jockeys too. And last but certainly not least, we have an unusual contestant who will be running the race himself. Contestant number 8, the terrifying speedster of China, Red Hair.
What? No, you got my name wrong. I'm Lubu.
Oh, oops. Must have been a mistake in your entry form. Sorry about that. Take 2. Red Camel!
No, Lubu.
I take the liberty of casting my illusion directly on the contestant in this case. I hope you don't mind, sir.
Not at all. If word got out that such a renowned figure such as myself was taking part in this race, it would cause panic in the streets. You simply did what had to be done.
And that's all our contestants! Yes, these are the 8 racers who will be competing for your viewing pleasures today. Who will be the one crowned Camel Speedmaster when the sand settles? Stay tuned to find out.
My nose is stuffed.
Alright, is everyone ready? Then here we go. Now that we're underway, I guess there's only one thing to do. Come forth! Imaginary Liu! Oh, hey there, Sufu. Wearing camel, huh? Seems like fun. Okay, sure. Go on then. Take me with you. Yes, my lady. Believe me, I would love nothing more. I'm so happy right now. If only this moment could last forever. Alright. Now that this trip is guaranteed to be a treasure memory for me and Imaginary Liu, I just have to make sure our trip to our destination is safe and luxurious, as if we were on our honeymoon. Woo! It looks like one of our contestants is already off in her own little world, but that should be entertaining in its own way. We're really just racing for the fun out here, so as long as everyone's enjoying themselves, the rest doesn't matter. Whoa, that didn't take long! The races are closing in on each other. Looks like we're about to see some contact. We'll be showing you live video footage of each likely clash as they occur. And don't worry everyone, thanks to my spell, it may look like the contestants are fighting a typical battle. But they're actually all being very careful not to harm the camels, even as they get in each other's way.
This looks like a job for middle scene. Probably. Or not. This looks like a job for Nero! The Beast. I forgot these drops. Full power! Oh man.
欲望の熱は止まらぬ。ドリンク申し訳してとくとみこれよ。我の力を見る。戦いですか。白兵戦行きます。自分の国準備です。愛もよかろう。負けないぞ。
I probably should have tried Castros. Not Castros, Castoria.
引かぬ。
下準備は十分だ。
格の違いを教えてやる。
ドリンク我が舌を喜ばせよかろう。
Really? 41?
痛いわね。
行くぞ。
Wow. Unlucky.
撃来い我が相棒
Full power!
愛のよか望みを声にせよ七つの竜よ翼となってかけよいだ溶かし追い込まれるか干渉地世の行く手ば阻める
Man, her anti-server modifier is insane.
よい濡れる存分に褒めよそして甘やかせ
That's alright. I want to finish at least section 9 today.
Okay. You're red hair, right? I'm so impressed by just how strong and fast you are.
You're definitely a tough opponent, even as a camel.
But that doesn't mean we're going to lose. We can just keep up as long as we make good of my night round table of horsemanship.
As I keep reminding everyone, I'm Lulu. And while I'm at it, I have a question. Why do you refuse to look me in the eye? If I didn't know better, I think there was something wrong with my face.
No, not at,
Still looking at him. Still looking at him in the eye. Sorry, right here. But looking away is our only option right now. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Behold, Lubu from behind. Now from the side. Trying desperately not to crack. Coward! Coward? I don't know what you're talking about. Who but Lubu could fly across these sands? And they did call me the Flying General, you know. Well, I, Lubu, will always enjoy galloping across grassy plains. There is also something to be said for running through the dry winds of desert dunes. Man, let's keep this pace up. I just realized I no longer see the road signs. Oh, this must be a cunning trap. The Keyman Dunja.
sorry, but no. Yeah, this cat thinks you got so caught up in enjoying your run, you didn't even notice you left the course.
Huh? When did I end up surrounded by wild camels? Hold on, I can't run with you sticking so close to me. You must be fans of mine, no? I'm happy to sign autographs, but I need you to form an orderly line first. What are those camels doing to him?
Not bad, little boy.
I'm also just getting started. You underestimate the Takeda at your own peril.
Now I'm seeing the camels that sound like hot rods, but they still just move at camel speeds. Whoa, they're drifting on their camels! They're incredible camel jockeys.
But isn't this the turnaround point?
Yes, it is. And they both were shot by quite a bit. It seems that rides have so much camel power that they struggle with tight turns. We can't hope to master speed, but we can still compete by being smart about our route. I can see how you made a name for yourself in the north, Bogatia. Keeping up with me is no small feat, especially when you're not familiar with the desert. I am used to navigating treacherous tundra. Compared to that, sand dunes are no big deal. And that's not all. We've caught up to the master, however. My whole goal for the summer is to enjoy myself. This place is no different. so I'm focusing less on winning and more on just having a good time. Oh, nicely done. I'm not about to pass up this chance to get in on the fun myself. Of course, I have experienced this as much. I've been looking forward to fighting you. It looks like we have another race battle on our hands, Master.
Taking them both on and passing them is gonna be tough. Then we'll just have to find a way through while we fend them off. Alright, the front runners should be visible at any second. Whoa, hold the phone! That's still what it looks like. I can't believe it. The first one to reach the goal is... Robot Jackie!
Since he didn't get in anyone else's way, no one got in his way either. It looks like not having anyone paying attention to him meant he could just run the race at his own speed.
No, wait. By that logic, there's another camel still in the running. Me and you, together forever. It's Shifu! Apparently, she's just been going at her own pace this whole time, and now the other contestants have even noticed her. Now, thanks to her employing the tortoise and the hare strategy, she's taking second place. It's pretty clear from the look in her eyes that she's still off in her own world. But it's like they say, the best place to hide in a tree is in a forest. Maybe the best place to hide from reality is in fantasy. Oh, wait. What's this?
Oh, by the way, I see Lord Zhang Yu over there, so I'm gonna get going. Bye.
Li Yu, wait! Li Yu! I'm enjoying it as best I can, but my imagination just couldn't hold out any longer. My image of Li Yu is so perfect in every detail that it wound up too real. Huh? Unbelievable! With a surprise burst of speed, Zhufu surges ahead to claim first place. The winner is Zhufu!
Congratulations to all of you on our wonderful race. Now for the banquet to celebrate our contestants, our producers, and our spectators. Please enjoy the pleasures of the desert at night for as long as your heart desires. Oh, and of course, we mustn't forget to celebrate the race's winner. She is the true queen of tonight's festivities. I am afraid we do not have any alcohol, but at least make sure she has first pick of all of our best meats.
Congratulations on your victory. Looks like your strategy really paid off.
All I did was enjoy my imaginary date with Lei Zhu. I might have lost, but I still had lots of fun. Me too. This was a wonderful experience. And it looks like Master enjoyed himself too. This gambit worked out great. Camera racing was already on our list of possible activities, so I'm glad to see you enjoyed it, Mayor Jacko. Though I was surprised to see you taking part yourself. We even got prize money thanks to Shufu's win, So I say everything worked out.
I couldn't see this whole race since I had some business to take care of. I did see you cross the finish line. You all did great.
I knew this going in, but the desert really doesn't suit me at all. With so little rain or water around, I didn't have enough magical energy to make a small city-style motorcycle.
I know what you mean. I miss being surrounded by water too. Not to say getting by is difficult here. It's nice that it's not too cold, even now when the sun's setting. For a desert, the temperature doesn't seem to fluctuate all that much. I think it's because of the terrain.
As I thought, there are some things you just can't grasp until you experience them yourself. I'm looking forward to enjoying an evening at a campsite in a comfortable desert. It looks like the food's ready too. That meat smells really good. I think I'm going to get some. Better load up my plate too, since I'm still a growing boy.
Of course. I see there are also mounds of dates to enjoy, as well as other sweets I'm not familiar with. My hopes are high.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's take the queen up on her generous offer and enjoy the festivities. I just wish there was some good old-fashioned pirate rum to go around too. They are the Shinsengumi!
Whoa! Shish kebabs are great. I love nice, simple dishes like this. Feels like the kind of thing you'd eat while off on an adventure.
Seems kind of like peasant food. Not a treat for royalty, but they sure are tasty. But they're sure tasty. Huh? Something wrong, Monty? I was just thinking about how Rugario used to eat skewers like this all the time. If I'm thinking that, then Rugario must be somewhere close by again. I've got to go look for him. Help you find him. But you probably shouldn't run while around holding a skewer like that. And now for some entertainment, starting with belly dancing. Next, I'll be doing a little fire dance of my own. Ha!
Those trails the flames leave in the dark are beautiful.
And now, the finale. I don't think you should be using this show for your own personal agenda. Whoa, cool! This is fun, huh? Shing Shing? It's so sparkly and floaty and burny. More! More! Yay, dancing, performance. It's beautiful. I love it.
I love Virtua. Something about her design just really attracts me.
Well, everyone, are you enjoying yourselves?
Definitely! This desert banquet is awesome! Yep, and this barbecue is super yummy too!
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I tend to go to bed early, so I wish to check in before doing so. Queen of the Desert, I know I asked you this before, but you know how there's supposedly a beast somewhere around Dubai? You still don't have any idea how that might have happened or noticed anything strange, right? No, unfortunately. However, I may have mentioned this before, but something does seem off. This is a good desert. There is no question about that. Yet I cannot help but feel there is something different about it. It may just be that it is not the desert of Palmyra I once called home. But for some reason, it also feels like the difference runs deeper somehow. At least, that is how it seems at the moment. I apologize for being so vague. It may just be that the race has me overly excited, and that is throwing off my senses. You feel something is off. The opposite could be true. The excitement from the race could have sharpened your senses and helped you notice something you missed. If your instincts are telling you something, it'd be a race to dismiss them out of hand. I didn't notice anything like that while I was racing, though I guess I did imagine Lei Yu so vividly that he might have just showed up in my dreams. How's that different from usual, you ask? It isn't! Wait for me, Lei Yu!
Oh, speaking of dreams. Looks like this friendly has already set sail for Dreamland.
So she likes to sleep even earlier than I do. Good. Do you have a ride back to your hotel? If not, I can arrange a car for you. Unless, of course, you would prefer to take camels instead.
Almost at the end.
Here's today's report. Molly seemed to be like a strong candidate, but it turned out she was only up to her usual tricks. So unfortunately, we didn't get much information from her. Yeah, I wish we could have at least determined whether this happened naturally or if someone intentionally changed her.
Honestly, if it's natural, I don't think there's much we can do about it. However, if it's intentional, then our top suspect is still... Yes, BB, the one who invited us here in the first place.
I know it might be late to be asking this, but is it even possible to do what we believe she has? Do we know any technique, spell, system, no phantasm, or law that could turn someone into a beast? And does BB even have access to any such ludicrous methods? Methods, huh? I don't know what they could be, but knowing BB, I wouldn't rule it out. She's basically always been a computer bug come to life, so I'm sorry. I wish I could say for sure. A computer bug come to life. What a scary thought. In fact, my earlier rampage was caused by a computer bug.
Munching on chocolate dates.
I asked you to come here. I asked you to come too because I was getting tired of keeping up this deception. So now that you're here, tell me this. What do you mean when you said I smell like the servant verse? Exactly what I said. I smelled it on you. I don't know anything more than that. More questions are not what we need right now. Anyway, let's set aside how this could have happened for the moment. Should we look into BB again to see if she's responsible? Oh, right. I thought I might learn something if I talked to her, so I tried to contact her when I had some spare time. But she never got back to me. Again, I'm sorry. I couldn't be more help. I can't even tell if our connection has been cut off or if she closed it intentionally. When you stop to think about it, we really don't know anything. How did BB even end up ruling Dubai? Right, I just remembered. There's something I wanted to say about the city. Its atmosphere feels strange. I don't just mean BB's additions. There's something else, something I only realized now that we've been here a few days. I see. So, what have you noticed? Remember how Mole said she hasn't been able to perform her demon summoning ritual? If she was telling the truth, Then whatever is so strange about this world might have had something to do with it. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing this place doesn't seem normal. There's something you would absolutely expect to be here that I can barely sense. No, not just barely, I can't sense it at all. It's as though it just doesn't exist. Something you would absolutely expect to be here? What are you talking about? The underworld? Ah. Nope, difference. The son of death. I am the goddess of the underworld, so I can obviously sense the presence of death. But I can't pick up even the faintest whiff of death in the city. I don't know why that is, or how it could have happened, but I can say this for certain. There's something strange about this city.
So, we still don't know whether BB is involved, or how she could have done this if she is. Alright then, changing gears, I have a report of my own to make. This has been on my mind for a while now. There's something strange about the city. So today, I decided to investigate further and see if I could discover what that was.
Really? I've been so taken with this lovely modern city. What could be so strange about it?
I'll come right out to the point. There's been something off with the map this whole time. Take a look at this guidebook I got at the Dubai Mall. It covers Dubai's history, of course, but also includes a map of what it looks like today.
Yes, that's the same map we've been seeing since we arrived. What about it?
Bluntly, it's wrong. I thought something was off about it was off from the start. No matter how I think on it, it just doesn't match the map of Dubai I studied before we left. Not to say it's totally unrecognizable. It's a little thing like topography not being quite the same, or certain buildings being swapped around. There's a plethora of minor inaccuracies.
Maybe you're just misremembering? Not to mention, I know it's easy to forget, but we're actually in the year 2030 now, too.
Is it more likely that in the time that's passed, things have just changed a bit from what you studied? That's possible, of course, but I'm not the only one who noticed these discrepancies. Think back to when Passionate was telling us about Dubai. She studied it just like I did, and there were moments when she was confused just like I was too. I think the difference between this map and what she recalled must have left her bewildered.
Now that you mention it, I don't know anything about the supposedly absent scent of death, but I have thought there was something strange about the city as well. Like, most of the city is the same as what I studied, but there are some things that don't quite line up with what I remember. I feared I was just messing things up like always, but now, well, I suppose that's still very possibly the case. Anyway, I just thought I would let you know.
Anyway, things like that have been nagging at me for some time now. So today I decided to ask these two servants we ran to at the breakfast buffet this morning to investigate.
I went to investigate the enormous tower we believed to be BB's stronghold, but the battlefield was so powerful I could not get close. The same was true for the plaza and the war fountain at its foot.
I was afraid that might be the case, so it seems we really won't be able to get in unless we play by her rules.
I accompanied Percival in a survey to the outer edges of the desert during the camel race.
Oh, is that why you passed on your chance to participate in the race yourself?
That was one reason, yes. I was looking for an opportunity to investigate the desert, and that seemed like my best one. I would have liked to race myself, but if I had, I wouldn't have been able to focus on anything else. At any rate, I'll get right to it. Neither Sir Kotaro nor I were able to find the edge of the desert.
Wherever we tried, we encountered some kind of lost woods phenomenon, which kept us running in circles. So even if they were to head across the desert in a straight line, there is no way for anyone to leave this Dubai.
That's definitely not normal. No, it's not. But it is useful information. Now there's one more thing we can say for sure about the oddities with Dubai. We need to keep in mind. We need to keep it in mind.
Of course, we still don't have anything conclusive to go on. So I'm hoping you two ninjas will continue to work for us as our safety net. Can we count on you to keep helping Master from the shadows?
Indeed.
Yes, of course. If things take a turn for the worse, and something bad does happen, we will end it in the shadows before Master even notices, so he may continue to enjoy his vacation in peace. That is how a first-rate ninja operates.
Of course, the best possible outcome for this is concluding the trip without anything unusual happening. It's still entirely possible that Airspell's piece of transformation was just a coincidence. And it will fade away on its own, with no one the worse for wear.
Right. However, now that we've come this far, we can't afford to let our guard down. Tomorrow's the last day of our tour. Our job remains the same. And one aspect of it is to gather as much information as we can about beasts, so we can deal with this one properly, even if it comes to that, and safely if it comes to that. If there's something strange with the city itself, learning more about that could be helpful. However, even if nothing further happens with this beast matter, we still have another order we must fulfill at all costs. We need to keep what we're doing here secret from the others, and make sure everyone returns from the summer vacation refreshed and rejuvenated.
Alright, I'll call it a night after this quest. Take this, guys, in a harder balloon. In this quest, you'll face hostile birds pecking at your balloon. If they peck too many times, the balloon will burst and it's game over. Okay.
装備使い切れるといいけど。そうじゃなくっちゃ何々はそこまでよ。早炊きですカルウェナ。早炊きですカルウェナ。要戦接続戦いです。
Alright, so you gotta keep the balloon from popping.
見えた。フェアリーコントロール。すぐに帰るよ。グッハンティングフェアリー。君たちもこの名はメディシナ。夏の水の乙女。ショーダウンワーロンナイト。
Ooh, 100%. The balloon's starting to fall apart. Man, I can't even do
気
anything.
力行使やった。もちろん圧倒します。
Man, I hate when they have those stupid mechanics where like they
トライ
have
トラ
like
イ
no
クリ
help,
ア。レディーラウンチ。
or you have like no actions.
ボンディーヌ出る。ASM 発射。パレットフローク。道を描け。ブライトアルビオン。
Rockbird. What?
広くおねやったいい空ね文句なしシューター例の合図はメリコ完璧全部と回復クレイゴー頭ギアコッター蹴散れ
Alright, full power.
仕上げる
Oh, thank God. Alright, last wave, so let's bring out Oberon. Now let's fry the third and call it a night.
フライトラインクリアレディーラウンチゴーボンディーヌ出る ASM 発射ガレットフローク道を描けフライトアルビオン
終わったかい敵対しているものだとはいえ
Okay, if I
倒
start
してしまうのはちょっと忍びなかったね
a stream early tomorrow, we might be able to just finish the rest of the story modes. It looks like we have 3 nodes left. It looks like it ends at 13 before Ordeal Call 3 happens. Which will be released on the 29th. Oh, almost there. Yeah, 10's only 2 nodes. That should be fast. Alright. So, until then. Thank you everyone who joined me today. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!